Okay, for this video I want to talk about the content that we gravitate towards when we start getting into jazz playing. It really bums me out to read a forum post in which a beginner asks, I'm new to jazz, which tune should I learn first? And the replies are like, All the Things You Are, Blues for Alice, Stella by Starlight, Round Midnight. Those are absolutely need-to-know tunes for sure, but that is like way putting the cart before the horse. Why? Because the harmony moves so much. In fact, I think this is advice that leads to the thing that I really rail against on this channel, which is the modal chord scale theory approach right from the get-go. We need to play the right notes over all these chords, so we use the scales that will make that happen for us. We entirely gloss over how to make music with the major scale and arpeggios over basic progressions. So here's my 2 cents for whatever it's worth. If you can't play over a simple traditional jazz tune or a blues, you have no business playing a tune with multiple key changes like Stella. If you cannot make a compelling solo on a simple tune by using the major scale and pentatonics while targeting the appropriate chord tones, you need to work on that, like now. I am especially talking to my intermediate players watching this, so be honest with yourself. I love bebop so much, but part of the danger of starting with it is that we look to the harmony to give us stuff to play. For a lot of people, it feels way easier to play over a 1-6-2-5 than it is to play 1-5 because it feels like the chords are shouting, play me, play me. But when we have fewer chords, we feel like, well, what do I play? And we have to address this. Dig Louis Armstrong, man. No one is telling that dude he didn't make the changes, right? I understand that for most, playing early swing or trad jazz isn't the end goal, and that's cool. We can move beyond that, but please make sure you've dedicated time to learning how to play in one key before you try to move around a lot. I can imagine that if someone told you, I just got into jazz and I'm working on giant steps first, you would be like, hold on, you should probably check out some stuff that came before it so that you have a frame of reference. Same idea here. Now, I am from New Orleans, so I am probably a bit biased, but some of the tunes I suggest starting with are Mac the Knife, or Bourbon Street Parade, or When the Saints Go Marching In. These are tunes that force you to play over simple progressions like 4 or 5 chords, making us ask, how can I be creative with a smaller pool of notes, with basic arpeggios over the most basic harmonic movements? If you're not into trad jazz, that's fine. I would maybe suggest starting with something like September in the Rain, or I'm Confessin', or the basic changes of I Can't Give You Anything But Love, or something from the Ellington Band like Solitude, or Take the A Train if you ignore the whole tone stuff. If you absolutely must go for the list of common tunes to go to jam sessions and stuff like that, I would vote for Blue Bossa or Autumn Leaves, but remember, no modes, key centers. Play in the key and target the appropriate chord tones. All of Me is good too if you focus on the arpeggios and not putting scales to everything. Remember, if you don't sound like you're playing jazz, thinking about Phrygian is not the change you're looking for. Alright, so you made it this far looking at my guitar and I haven't played anything, so I will play us out with a little Bourbon Street Parade, and I'm going to try to play simply with the melody and arpeggios. So let's see if I can walk the walk. Here we go.